Good morning. How are you guys? How's it going? What's poppin'? Let's see who took my first today. Ren, thank you so much for taking my first. It makes me very, very happy you could be my first. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Nothing like a little bit of yaoi for breakfast, am I right, gang? Ah. Let's see who got their daily pillows. We've got Ren, Jeremy, Nordy, and Leonix. Welcome in. Thanks for grabbing your daily pillows. Hope y'all are doing good. Yeah. Today we are playing Fearbonding. Oh my god, the good luck spell. Okay, I'll do that in a sec. I promise. Thank you, Big Chumbussy. But yeah, so Fearbonding is a psychological horror visual novel. It's also a Yandere visual novel, and it's also a yaoi visual novel. So this is a guy x guy romance. You're basically a demon who feeds off of people's fear. So you pair together with your yandere boyfriend to scare the shit out of people, and you hope that he doesn't turn on you and kill you instead. It's very romantic. Also, hi Jacob on YouTube. Welcome in. And I just need it so I can actually lock in and have a slight chance to date the idol or idols I can't get on my head. Oh my god. Are you playing like Idolish 7 or something? What's going on over there? But let me see. Let me get my spell book for your good luck spell. Where is it? Let me look through my tome. Here it is. Summoning the stars to guide from above. Lead with light and let Lady Luck shine. Reweave the threads of destiny. Ultima Fortuna. There you go. Hopefully that gives you the luck you need for your K-pop idols. But if not, no refunds or returns. So fingers crossed. Also, hi, Fi. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, it's time. I've been excited to play this. I've been playing a lot of Yuri and a lot of like otome visual novels. So we have 2 yaoi visual novels up for me to play. So you know everything's balanced as all things should be. You know, we got the straight, we got the lesbian, now we got the gay. We're keeping it even all across the board. Yeah. A ya genre game. Ya stands for yandere and yaoi. Yeah, we love ya. Alright, let's begin. I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I grind my teeth as I listlessly stab my spoon into a bowl of yogurt, oats, and dried fruit. Another day, another meager human dish. My body so badly craves some real food. I take a bite while my eyes wander to the TV in my small apartment. A chuckle escapes my lips as I watch a man scream for his life on the screen. If this was a real murder scene, his fear would be overwhelming my senses. Sweet, viscous, and potent enough to send me headlong into an electrifying high. I feel shivers down my spine just imagining it. Oops, I'm already drooling. Not good. I wipe my face with a tissue and sigh. This must be how humans feel when they watch a food commercial. My craving for fear intensifies again. Thankfully, it's time to head to work anyway. Hopefully we get to transport some terrified patients in the ambulance today. I hum and playfully spin my keyring around my finger as I leave. It doesn't take long before we get a call. Just 20 minutes after my shift began, I'm already headed to the scene with 2 coworkers. The youngest of us 3 is driving while I write down the case info on a paper form. Japan really is the land of forms, isn't it? It'd be great if they at least gave us a laptop or a tablet to type all of the info in. I focus on the case at hand and go over what I know. A man called us because his girlfriend got hurt. Apparently she cut her own throat with a kitchen knife, but because he intervened, it isn't a deep cut. He's still worried and wants us to come over, even more so because she also fell on her head during the fight. When asked why she cut herself, he mumbled something about her threatening him, but the call was cut short when she started to yell. Strange. Strange. She threatened him. Why? What would make her so desperate? Maybe he tried to break up with her and she lost it? How did she fall on her head, though? What if it was him who... Nah. No use in guessing what happened. I grin as I imagine the fear of at least one of them must be feeling. What's your favorite horror game? That's tough. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have a specific favorite. I guess maybe the Zero Escape series? It's a psychological horror puzzle / visual novel type game. It's pretty fun. I do like the Zero Escape series, so maybe that one. I can't wait to meet them. Knock, knock. Excuse me, we're with the ambulance you called? Mr. Arima? Kosuke Arima? Oh my god, thank you for coming. Please, come in. He's quite restless. Fear is also there, but this is... With my demonic eyes, I see the fear taking shape around him. In his case, it's about average size. The viscous, ink-like liquid is turning into multiple arms reaching outward, with a static, noise-like pattern on them. Isn't this the fear of abandonment? I suppress the urge to lick my lips. This guy's mainly worried about himself. I put on a neutral expression and follow the man into the apartment. His girlfriend's sitting on the couch, holding a towel to her neck. Oh, how wonderful. An intense fear has taken a hold of her. It's like a cocoon enveloping her. It's slowly turning her around and moving like black glue and splitting into multiple arms that hug her form. She feels suffocated, with nowhere to run. I bite my tongue lest I smile like a maniac at the sweet scent her fear is spreading. I subtly open my hand towards her and begin to suck the fear into my fingers. It tingles as it wanders through my veins into my beating heart. Ah, how sweet. Have you ever played Devoured? I haven't. What kind of game is it? As soon as I have enough to fill my stomach, I stop. If I gave in right now, I'd be on a high and unable to do my job. Oh my god, devour these nuts. Oh my god. This is why I can't trust you. Here I was giving you the benefit of the doubt that you weren't going to hit me with the "these nuts" joke. I'm so disappointed in you, Dino. I'm so disappointed. You know, I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed. It's okay. You had to break my trust eventually, right? I noticed that Mr. Arima has stepped closer, bringing my senses back. She's still a bit out of it. You mentioned she hit her head? Yes, she fell when I tried to take the knife away. Can you confirm that, madam? She slowly nods, but her eyes remain unfocused. My coworkers open up the folding wheelchair. She can still move, so the wheelchair is a better option than the stretcher. Keep applying the pressure on the wound, Miss Shirashi. We will help you to the ambulance. Can I come with? Yes. Miss Shiraishi grabs my hand. Is there something you want to say, madam? She slowly shakes her head. I guess I'll keep seeing you afraid then, my honeycomb. I check her wound to make sure it's clean and not too deep. Then I guide her into the wheelchair. Mr. Arima, could you please bring some of her belongings with you to the ambulance? Like her health insurance card? Yes, along with anything else that could be helpful. On the way to the ambulance, I kept asking her questions to gauge her current state, but her unfocused stare and slow answers made my coworkers worry. At least she was able to confirm her full name, Yukiko Shiraishi, as well as her date of birth. As we drive, I fill out the form with her personal information. Miss Shiraishi is still in a daze, so I fill in the rest with Mr. Arima's help. Then I start checking in with nearby hospitals for any open beds. After several minutes, we finally get a positive answer and make our way there. Mr. Arima is fully focused on his girlfriend, whose eyes stare fixedly at the ceiling. She won't even let him hold her hand when he tries to gently clasp it. You two make me even more curious about what happened. Their fears start to overlap slightly, pushing and merging and separating again. How did it come to this? How did they create this wonderful fear? The car slows down as we near the hospital, but I don't want to leave them in the tasty paradise they've created. What a shame. After a long day at work, I'm back home. For the rest of the day, and even now, I still think about that couple. Damn, I want to eat their fear again. It's been a long while since I've eaten something so delicious. There was so much fear that I could even fill my stomach for once. If I was around them more, especially the man, could I get to eat more often? I can't help but grin as I imagine feasting on the fear he causes. We transferred the girlfriend to the hospital without trouble. I imagine she'll be staying there for now. Should I visit her? It could be a bit too suspicious. There are privacy laws to contend with, after all. But I don't mind taking a little risk for such fear. Maybe instead of visiting her directly, I could just act like I'm visiting someone else and make up a relative and just happen to mistake her room for theirs. And if her boyfriend visits her while I'm there too, well then, that would just be perfect. I survey my apartment to distract myself from my temptations and catch sight of my e-guitar. I should get to practicing for the upcoming jazz festival. Or maybe there's a better distraction. Ooh. Manga, explore. Laundry basket, explore. Guitar, continue. I checked the manga. An old classic from the horror mangaka Junichiro Ito called Tomomi. Oh my god, they got Junji Ito in here. I read his work from time to time. I wonder if there are still some things that truly frighten him after drawing horror manga for so long. I should do some laundry, actually. Into the washing machine with you. I find a note when I check the pockets. Isn't this the guy I slept with once? Hopefully he's not still waiting. Thought I made it clear I wasn't looking for anything serious at the time. Oh my god, let's go. Alright, time to practice. As I play, I zone out, only focusing again whenever I notice a mistake I have to correct. It's like the feeling of drowning out the world as I focus on the music. Being on stage isn't a bad feeling either. I like looking down on the people as they look up at me in adoration. And it's just the right distance. They can't ask for more than me playing well for them. Shallow relationships are easier to handle. I've had my fair share of mishaps from misreading the mood in a social group, all because I was too caught up in someone's fear. Standing out as strange makes it hard to get close to those who are scared. Exactly the opposite of what I want. Ugh, who could it be? Oh. Ew. I want to see you. I miss you, my dear Hinata. I want to touch those talented hands. Oh my god. Play for me, Hinata. I know you're playing for me. God, what a disgusting pig. Must be the same lunatic from before. I've already blocked various numbers he's used and discussed the issue with my bandmates. He's used a lot of burner phones, so it's hard to locate him for the police. I started getting these messages right after another on one of our performances. And they mentioned my hands and guitar a lot, so I suspect it's an unhinged fan. I hope someone takes care of this trash one day. Man, now I don't want to practice anymore. I put away the guitar, turn off my phone, and set a separate alarm clock to wake me up tomorrow. Yeah. To be fair, though, hand fetish is so fucking real, though. I really ended up here on my day off. I can hardly believe myself. But the fear tasted so good. I even went as far as posing as her friend to ask for her room number at the hospital counter. Fuck it. I'm here already, so let's try and meet them. As I get closer to the room, I slow my pace. Now, what should I say exactly once I'm in the room with her? Just when I try to think of how I can salvage my improvised plan, I hear a woman scream. With those hands, yeah. Just leave me alone! Then I hear a familiar voice replying. Babe, please. Hear me out at least. That's Kosuke Arima. He must be talking to Miss Shiraishi. I push the sliding door slightly ajar so I can listen to their conversation better. No! My mind hasn't changed. Let's break up. My eyes widen as they fall silent. So when we visited them, she didn't threaten him because he wanted to break up? Instead, perhaps, he wouldn't accept her wish to break up? I beg you, please, don't do this to me. I can hear him whimpering. I can't do this to you? What about what you did to me? All these weird presents of yours. Do you know how suffocating it is to be your partner? Get out, or I'll call the hospital staff. But, no but. You're insufferable. You always argue from your point of view, your own goddamn needs and insecurities, but you never consider how I feel. Do you even know how long it's been since I've met up with friends or family because of you? But I did so much for you. See? This is what I mean. You don't even get what you're doing. God, I pity your future partner. Now go! I hear footsteps approach and move away just before Mr. Arima leaves the room, closing the door behind him. So, hi, Sammy, welcome in. He looks embarrassed, angry, and scared. I grab onto him before I can even register my actions. Is this an argument between the boyfriend and girlfriend? Yeah. His fear of abandonment looks even more spiky than before. This doesn't taste bad. He turns around to regard me with surprise, then puzzlement. But soon both give way to recognition. Oh, the paramedic from before. Could you let go? I really need to go. Oh, wait, come on. I can't just leave someone who went through such a brutal breakup alone. He grinds his teeth and looks away. So you heard everything. Aren't you here because of your job or, I don't know, to visit someone? My visits are over already, and I see you haven't slept well. Maybe you haven't eaten much since we last met? I did not ask for your medical advice. Then think of it this way. Sometimes it's good to vent to a stranger, a neutral third party. Aren't you just going to get annoyed and leave in the end? He looks like a kicked puppy, but underneath that sweet expression, he has such an ability to terrify people. Man, do I want to tame him for myself. Nah, I'm a good listener, and the drinks are on me. He sighs. Maybe it's better not to be alone right now. He gives me a sad smile and nods. Now that I take a good look at his face, he's actually pretty handsome. Even better. He follows me dutifully as we leave the hospital. What a great first step to acquiring my new hunting dog. We enter an izakaya restaurant that offers grilled yakitori chicken skewers and other foods that go well with alcohol. It's a bit rowdy, but to me it's a comfy place. Other regulars are here too, like university students and men in suits who come here right after work or class. The staff greets us as we enter, and the smoky smell from the grilled fish fills our noses. It's a high dessert. A waiter leads us to a table in the corner, and we take our seats. As I open the menu, I notice Mr. Arima isn't even glancing at it. He's lost in a vague, broken stare. That must be why it was so easy to convince him to follow me. What do you want? Just beer. Drinking on an empty stomach should make him tipsier faster. I hope he's a talkative drunk. I order a bowl of edamame for myself to snack on, and beer for the both of us. As soon as it arrives, Mr. Arima grabs his glass. He downs a big gulp of his drink the moment we say cheers. He sighs in relief, looking a little refreshed. Ah, I hit the spot. Right? Nothing better than some beer after a hard day. After some drinking, he finally seems ready to talk. By the way, is it okay if we speak casually with each other? It might make it easier for you to vent. I guess so. Well, look at that. He's already tipsy. You can call me Hinata. Is it alright if I call you Kosuke? Yeah. Kinda cute how he responds so eagerly and innocently. I chuckle and rest my chin on my hands. So, Kosuke, I'm all ears. He sighs and pouts. Yukiko, she says she feels suffocated by me. He rubs his eyes and groans. Doesn't this just mean I'm dedicated? We dated after all. Isn't it normal to want to spend all your time together as a couple? Our jobs already take up so much time. So I nod along as I munch on the edamame. Oh boy, but she was terrified. Not that I'm complaining, of course. And not being able to meet her family and friends because of me. Was it really me? We all get busy with life as adults, so why do you think she blamed you? Maybe I did ask her a few times to prioritize us. And how often did you ask? Aren't you here to listen to my side? Right. Go on then. At my urging, he lets it all out of his system. He didn't like it when others spent a lot of time with her. Mid-rant, he suddenly mentions how he hated the 2 times she broke a promise. Then he lets slip into an unfocused ramblings for a while. In short, he had made her the center of his life and wanted her to do the same for him. While it sounds rough to date him from this conversation alone, I couldn't have imagined that his behavior would push his ex so far that she would hurt herself. But after seeing their respective fears, it's pretty clear he's not divulging all the details of his actions. Was her social circle scared of him? How delicious would their fear be? If she had asked him to hurt someone for her, would he have done it? Why are you smiling while I'm in pain here? Oh, you're starting to slur. And you had, what, 5 beers already? Damn. Time to go home. No! Why not? Aren't you tired? I just don't want to be alone. Oh, he's so cute. His fear of abandonment is a rounder shape than before. Maybe being drunk has made him less tense. But I still welcome his fear. I change seats to sit next to him. Uh-huh. Look at me. I'm here with you, aren't I? right? He looks deep into my eyes. When I inch closer to him, he gets embarrassed and looks away. I chuckle as I playfully wrap my arm around his neck. Getting embarrassed now? How cute. Look, it's just, you're kind of close. But you didn't want to be alone, right? He sighs. I pat his back and stand up. I'll walk you home so you can have a bit more company, all right? He looks relieved and nods, following me to the counter where I pay our bill. Wait, I can pay him for myself? Nah, don't worry about it. I told you drinks were on me. Making him feel indebted should make it easier to meet up again. As we leave the izakaya, his eyes scan me up and down. Why are you looking at me so intensely? It's just the first time someone kinda escorts me, I guess? Wait, I came out wrong. What I mean is... Go on. He covers his flustered face with his hands. What I mean is, this was nice. You're welcome. I suppress the urge to corner him. I want to erase Miss Shiraishi from his head, but I need to take it slow. I don't want him to run away. How long will I need to wait until I can take her place? Is a romantic relationship the way to tame him after all? What's the best way to get to your place from here? Huh? Why? Relax. I'm just walking you to the station, or a taxi if that's what you prefer. He pouts and tries to explain how I'll get home, but he's too drunk to make much sense. I still remember clearly where his apartment is, so I call a taxi and I get in with him. When the taxi sets off, he leans on my shoulder as his eyelids start to close. How defenseless. I pat his head, to which he responds by nuzzling even deeper into my neck. I can hear him whimpering, "Don't leave me." I'm conflicted. I feel lust like humans, and I've had my fair share of relationships, but being loving and caring to a suffocating degree just feels wrong to me. But on the other hand, I now have this potential hunting dog. I was so scared to be left alone that even his own fear is enticing, let alone the fear he causes in others. How ironic. To survive, I need to eat fear, but because of it, I regularly get into dangerous situations, just like this one. This huge dog had better be worth it. I pinch his cheek, which makes him groan and slowly push my hand away. After a while, we arrive in front of his apartment building. When I see him staggering to the entrance, I sigh and lend him a shoulder as we walk towards his apartment door. He gets out his keys after a few attempts, and once we're inside, I sit him down on the couch. I turn to leave, and he grabs my hand. Kosuke, I'd like to get home too. I still feel down. Can you hug me? I push my hair out of my face and reluctantly smile at him as I open my arms. He immediately hugs me and his nails slowly dig into my back. His sweet tone from before was gone. Now it's deeper and threatening. Will you stay by my side? Will you be different from the others? I grind my teeth. Oh boy, he's strong. I might even be a little scared, but I instinctively feel a rush whenever I notice fear. It takes a lot of willpower to suppress the urge to provoke him. We hugging, yeah. Yeah, I will. On some conditions. Conditions? Don't worry about it for now. He hugs me even tighter. Oh, please, can you let go for a moment? It hurts. But you're gonna leave too, right? How about we exchange numbers then? He lets go and looks at me with joy. Really? As if I would ever let you go, you crazy, possessive dog. He obediently gives me his number and saves mine and smiles at me as I say goodbye. I just hope he remembers all of this. With a spring in my step, I leave the building, and my phone vibrates almost immediately. My elation vanishes when I realize it's not from Kosuke. Who is he? Oh my god, we have a yandere that's jealous of us? Of our new yandere? There's 2 yanderes in this? I whip my head around in search of them. Just who is this fucker? I quickly head to a well-lit street and call for a taxi as I walk, pretending to still be on my phone until it arrives. I wish I was physically stronger than a human. Then at least I wouldn't have to worry about trash like him. I nibble on my fingernail in agitation until I'm finally back home. I know, 2-for-1 special, dude. Let's fucking go. Once I'm there, I immediately grab my e-guitar. I need to distract myself. Good. This is better. I feel calmer. Let's just sleep for today while that lasts. It's been a few days since we exchanged numbers. He always responds to my messages, but anytime I try to make the conversation a little flirtier, he sidesteps or ignores it. Ugh, this is annoying. The breakup might have made him cautious about anything related to romance. Approaching him directly isn't working. Time to take another little risk. I still remember Miss Shiraishi's address, so I've decided to accidentally bump into her on my day off. She should be out of the hospital by now. She was able to clearly articulate her words when she broke up with Kosuke, so the fall on her head shouldn't have left any long-term damage. I walk around the area for a few hours. I don't see her in the small supermarket nearby, nor waiting at a bus station. I hope she hasn't gone on vacation or something. After a while, my feet need a rest, so I look for a place to sit down. When I find a bench, I realize that there's already a woman sitting there, lost in a fit of weak, trembling sobs. My luck must be impeccable. Are you all right? I offer the woman, who turns out to be Miss Shiraishi, a pack of tissues. She first holds up her hand to decline my offer, but when she sees that I won't back down, she takes it and bows a little to thank me. After a few moments, she takes a deep breath. Looks like she's calmed down a bit. Do you remember me? I'm one of the paramedics who took you to the hospital. She studies my face with furrowed brows, and then eyes light up with recognition. Oh, right. I'm so sorry, but I don't think you mentioned your name. Yandere, yaoi, say less. Yeah, and it turns out it might be 2 yanderes for the price of 1 after me. So I'm very excited about it. Welcome in, Toya. Hinata Kusamoto. But if you don't want to, you don't have to answer. But why are you crying? Her gaze wanders to the ground as she clutches her arm, clearly uncomfortable. So hi, Tony. I know a nearby cafe where they serve a good hot chocolate. That always cheers me up. How about we drink there, and if you want to, you can talk. Otherwise, just enjoy the hot chocolate. But you know what state I found you in before, and today I find you crying. I'm just worried, Miss Shiraishi, and I want to help. Venting to a stranger can be quite relieving, and after you have your drink, I will leave you alone. No, that would be too... I guess that would be too much. Then I'll just wait here for a second, Miss Shiraishi. Before I hear her answer, I look for a nearby vending machine and get a hot coffee can. I hope you can at least accept this. Oh, and I take out my business card and give it to her. You know, the state we found you in was quite something. I'm a little worried if everything is all right between you and your partner. If you ever need more information for a difficult domestic situation like yours, call me and I can find you the right specialist to help you out. Was it that obvious? I think I've pushed the right buttons. I just see a lot on the job, Miss Shiraishi. It's all up to you if you want to accept. All right, I guess going to a cafe is fine. There we go. I bring her to the cafe where we order and sit down with our piping hot drinks. The steam rises as Miss Shiraishi warms her hands on the mug. I wait for her to talk. Today I just couldn't stay home. Too many memories with him there. But when I was outside and took in the fresh air, I just broke down. And then you found me. She takes a sip, quivering slightly as she frowns with eyes closed. The day you met us, we I'd had enough. It was a late wake-up call, but at least I realized it, I guess. He can be sweet and caring, but he's also a very jealous man. To the point it becomes hard to be friends. And when you rely too much on one person... Oops, I skipped. Wait, go back. Back. They can do a lot to you. There we go. I take in the small pieces of her fear to snack on while I listen to her. I'm just... a little snacky for me. Continue. The fear isn't as intense on the day as the emergency call, but it's still delicious. I try to think of how I can lead the conversation towards Kosuke's triggers while still appearing caring. When do you think he started to change? Was there an event that set him off? She scratches her mug as she sorts through her memories. I think it started with small things. One time, he was angry that I asked someone else for advice instead of him. But he was sick at the time. I just wanted him to rest. Even when I told him that, he continued to be angry and less responsive for 3 days. Maybe he felt threatened when he realized she didn't need him as much as he thought. It would make sense for someone with such an intense fear of abandonment as him. And then it felt like I had to ask for permission for everything. Even when I wanted to go on a day trip with friends, a day trip with female friends of all things. I just felt stupid that I had to walk on eggshells all the time. At first, I just wanted it to be peaceful between us. Only when my friends asked me how I'd been the last 2 months did I realize that there was something wrong. In the past, I met with them regularly for coffee or called them when I didn't have time, but I hadn't done that for a while, and then it just escalated. I lowered my voice. To the point of hurting yourself? She bites her lip and nods. I try to maintain a worried expression, but it's a little difficult when I feel so elated from eating her fear. How is it now between you two? I actually broke up with him. I only had the courage while I was in the hospital. I always had my finger on the call button for the nurse, just in case. That's amazing, Miss Shiraishi. How did he take it? I was surprised he didn't message me as much. He just sent me a few messages to say that I should send someone over to get my things. It feels like he's busy with something else. Or his pride is hurt. I don't know. I fully expected he would give me hell. Maybe I'm distracting him from thinking about her. Good sign for me. Have you told your friends about this? It's hard. While I was going out with him, some of them said that he felt off. Others said he was very nice. I can't bring myself to tell them the full extent of how he hurt me. I think we had a short training course on the job about domestic violence. What do they say we should do? Don't beat yourself up. This isn't your fault. Her face crumples into tears. She silently cries as she takes the tissue I offer, her body shaking from her sobs. I think with that we've earned her trust. I wonder how he felt for her. But it doesn't look like I can ask her about that. For now, at least, I understand that he's jealous, possessive, and dislikes anything that can imply that he's replaceable. I can work with that info. I wait for her to calm down, entertain her with a little small talk as we finish our drinks and say goodbye. Back at home, I mull over the things with Miss Shiraishi said. While it's useful info, with Kosuke ignoring my flirtation attempts, this could take a while. This is so annoying. I miss you. When will you finally be mine? Stop giving me the cold shoulder. I groan and almost throw my phone at the wall. I need to go outside and freshen up. I stare at the people walking by, sporting neutral, tired, or happy faces as they walk with friends or family. I grind my teeth at them all until I spot a little boy staring at a big dog waiting patiently before him. The boy's parents try to encourage their son to pet it, but I can see his fear, teeth and vicious eyes surrounding him. Probably never see the kid again, so I decide to tease him by using one of my abilities, making someone do the one thing they fear or approach the thing that they're afraid of. I point my hand at him, and my vision briefly shifts as a faint ring of gold encircles my pupils. The boy panics as his body moves on his own, approaching the dog. He screams while he pets it, and the parents and the dog owner hurriedly separate them. I laugh as I see the boy cry, and the dog bark. That was a wonderful stress reliever. I walk slowly by them to eat some of his fear. I can use this ability only once per person, so I usually avoid resorting to it, but today I needed that. During the last few weeks, I was able to change Kosuke's mind about me by making myself seem dedicated and accepting of his flaws. He's now open to my flirting, and we've even gone on a few dates. I wonder when I can finally reap my harvest. Today at work, we were called to a house outside the city center. An elderly woman fell and couldn't stand up on her own. Her neighbor was visiting her and called us. Now we're transporting her to a hospital, suspecting that she might have slipped a disc. As I fill out the form, I notice her last name is the same as Kosuke's, Arima. Welcome in, Mita. I take a closer look at her facial features. Her eyes do seem to be similar to his. Just maybe. I should distract her from the pain with some questions anyway. How are you feeling, Miss Arima? Oh, it does hurt, but I can manage it until we arrive, young man. We will do our best. You have a nice voice. Can you keep talking? It's quite calming. I can, if that'll help. When I heard your last name, I was actually reminded of someone I know. Is that so? I haven't met many others who carry the Arima name, apart from my relatives. Maybe you are actually related. His name is Kosuke Arima? Her eyes widen, and then she chuckles, which makes her wince in pain. Oh, I guess laughing isn't good right now. Maybe you met my grandson then. What a small world. I was right. I can't believe it. I might actually be able to get better info on him. He's a little taller than me, works as a psychologist, and has a dog named Daisy. She smiles warmly at me. Could you tell me how he is lately? That boy hasn't called or visited me much. He's doing well, Miss Arima. He cooks for me sometimes, and it's wonderful to spend time with him. Sounds like you're good friends. Actually, could you do a favor for me? I can try, madam. You see, when I talk to my son, Kosuke's father, he doesn't mention Kosuke much. I'm worried they might be drifting apart. Her gaze softens. I love having Kosuke and his siblings over. They're my cute grandchildren, after all. But I always felt like Kosuke was the clumsiest among them in communicating his needs. I can't always be there to bridge between them, so I'd feel much better if you could help reach out to his parents. Every child needs their parents' support, after all, even as an adult. I fake an understanding smile, but I have a hard time following her reasoning. I was born in the middle of a battlefield hundreds of years ago, only guided by instinct and an agonizing hunger for fear. My birth was probably closer to being manifested into existence. Hi, CJ. Welcome in. So, I never fully understood the bond between human parents and their children. I do logically understand that they care for their offspring to ensure their lineage survives, but all the emotional bonding is hard to follow. She's looking at me. I guess she wants me to reassure her. I will see what I can do. Thank you, young man. After a while, we arrive at the hospital and safely transfer her to the hospital staff. Let's see how Kosuke responds to this news after I'm done with work for today. It's late when I get back home. Kosuke's probably asleep, but I message him anyway. Hey, I just got home and thought of you. Also, I met someone you know. I put the phone on the table and get myself an after-work beer while I wait. The refreshing sound of the can opening and the foam rising as I pour it into the glass relaxes me. After a few sips, I get a message back. Hey, handsome. Someone I know? It was an elderly lady living outside the center of the city with the same last name as you. She's probably your grandma. Her full name is Honoka Arima. Oh, wow, that's her. How did you meet? Her neighbor called my work. Your grandma fell and couldn't move well, so she got a checkup in the hospital. She was in a little pain, but could speak well, so I don't think it was too serious. Wait, are you sure? This is a lot. She'll probably contact you or your parents soon. I told her I know someone with the same last name, and we started talking. She's actually a little worried about you. That's just how she usually is. I want to ask him about his relationship with his parents. How do I do this? Will he just change the subject? It's a bit of a risk, but since he likes dedicated people... Your grandma's worried about you and your parents that aren't keeping in touch. Is everything all right? He doesn't reply as fast as before. I bite my nails as I hope that I haven't made a mistake in my reproach. My parents are very matter-of-fact. Casual conversations aren't easy with them. That sounds complicated, I think. Act like a compassionate human, Hinata. Your grandma really wanted you guys to meet up again. If that's difficult for you, I don't mind accompanying you to meet your parents. I don't know. I'm always there for you, Kosuke, and I am pretty serious about us, so if you need support, you can count on me. There. This should sound like the dedicated and loyal person that Kosuke wants. You really are a blessing, Hinata. I need to think about this, but please know that this means a lot. I'm really happy we met. I make a little fist bump in the air. A perfect outcome. Satisfied, I soon fall asleep. Kosuke calls me to his apartment on my next day off to talk to me in person about his parents. I think of a few encouraging and comforting words and even have a small tissue pack ready. I think that's all I ever need for this. I can't help but let my eyes wander to where Miss Shiraishi sat when we first met, with a bloody towel pressed to her neck as I tasted the most delicious fear I'd eaten in my life. Kosuke guides me to the couch, and when we sit down, I lean onto him, pushing a strand of hair behind his ear as I hum, elated from the memory. Kosuke doesn't mind me touching him anymore. So I'm here, and I'm all ears. Kosuke sighs and leans his forehead against mine. I think it's the first time I'm opening up about this, but you've always shown that you care about me, so I think it's fine if it's with you. And he takes my hand and nuzzles his cheek into it. I'm the middle child of 3. My older brother graduated from the highly regarded University of Tokyo, while I graduated from Kyoto University. He was always a step ahead. While I don't think I'm doing bad as a psychologist, it always felt lacking to my parents. Even if they don't fully say it, I can feel it. My younger sister may not have graduated from the University of Tokyo, but she has her charm, and she's ensnared our parents' hearts as a social butterfly. All in all, I guess I felt like I didn't have a guaranteed place there compared to them. I think they also just might be a little afraid of me. Tell me, Hinata, do I seem intimidating? He slowly pushes me down, looking at me with cold eyes that feel like an entrance to an endless abyss. His fear morphs into spiky arms and hands, complete with growing claws. Even though they can't physically touch me, they still try to dig into my arms. Kosuke, don't I always say that I'm here for you? What does that tell you? I smile at him, ecstatic from slowly eating his fear. I guess I'm not. At least towards you. He caresses my cheek as he smiles coldly. Could it be that you're turned on? Oh my god. Do you like it when I push you down? As if. I usually like being the one in control. But his fear, that's too much. I grab his face and pull him down to kiss him, even biting his lip. He chuckles, letting go and sitting up. Let's stop this for now. I want to tell you about my parents after all. I sit up as well and rest my chin on my hand. I do think that I react a little differently to some things compared to others. Maybe my parents have a hard time understanding why I do certain things. People usually tell me a version of their story while leaving out the details that seem too intimate to them or wouldn't be favorable to them. In Miss Shiraishi's case, it felt more like she was trying to avoid remembering the scariest moments. In Kosuke's case, Either he truly doesn't understand what's too much for other people, or he doesn't want to scare me. But he did ask me if I find him intimidating. Isn't that a bit of a paradox? This is the first time I've tried so hard to understand a human. This is more difficult than I thought. Anyway, loyalty. That's what he... Oh, it's a test. I rest my head on his lap and smile. I'm me, Kosuke. I'm not your parents. I like being with you. His face crumples as he looks away, embarrassed and sad. His fear shrinks. I gently hold his hand. Is he ready to face them with me? He nods and pulls me up and hugs me tightly. I feel something wet on my shoulder. Is he crying? I pat his back and smile. I will gladly take over your heart, my little hunting dog. On our next day off, we visit his parents. They live in a house built in a Japanese style, complete with its own little garden. Outside, they have a car and some bicycles, probably from when Kosuke and his siblings were younger and still lived at home. His family looks so fucking concerned. They're like, are you good? Don't worry. I match his freak. Welcome. I brought some sweets as a polite gesture to his parents. I noticed that they exchange nervous looks when Kosuke approaches them, but they soon act like they're happy to see him. They continue to act polite and welcoming, but the tension doesn't quite leave. Just when I thought we would sit together to eat the sweets with tea, Kosuke turns to me. I'm going to have a longer talk with my parents and catch up with them. You can wait in my old room. I lower my voice. I came all the way to your parents' home. There's no meaning if I leave you now. He gives me a genuine smile. It's all right. We just need to discuss some things. Left with no other choice, I follow him to his old room on the second floor. His room has wooden support beams on the walls and tatami mats on the floor. On them stands a single bed with a wooden frame on the left and a polished wooden sturdy desk with high school math books on the right corner. Some open shelves stand near the door with the little gadgets like an older handheld game console resting on them. Next to them are old game cartridges and manga volumes neatly organized. 2 sliding doors on one wall indicate a built-in closet. Maybe it's an old one in which you store a futon, or a newer one to hang clothes in. Sit wherever you like. You can even read some manga if you want. I have the old classic Dash Dunk. I'll be right back. Now, what should I look at? Yeah, it's time to snoop. Yeah, look at the closet. Oh, plastic cage. Isn't this a cage for insect hunting? It's kind of hard to imagine Kosuke as an elementary school kid, running around collecting beetles and such. I wonder what he liked about it. There's his high school uniform and some neat preppy looking clothes. He must have liked looking clean cut and neat even back then. Look closer. What's this? When I look inside, I tense up. There's a small animal skull, slightly covered by a piece of fabric, like it was put to bed. Next to it are colorful pens, an old tamapachi, and some other things this child or teenager would treasure. But they seem all over the place, as if they're for multiple children with various preferences. Wait, is that a cleanly ripped out fingernail? Hi, Marsh. What are you doing there? Before I can turn around, I feel Kosuke's hand digging into my shoulder. It's rude to dig into something hidden inside someone's home, don't you think? Kosuke, why did you have to look at my old treasure? I thought you were the one. He's ready to tear me to pieces. If I don't say something convincing soon, I don't know what he'll do to me. Let's save. There we go. But his hands are already on my neck. I desperately try to scream, but only a few words come out. Me. Oh, don't worry. If I tell my parents you collapsed, they'll just leave me with you. They're too scared to really ask. As more choking sounds escape me, I can barely register his sniffles and mumbles. Why'd you have to look, Hinata? My vision turns dark. Damn, I already died? At least let me say that I loved it or something. In the end, I was the one who got devoured. Damn. Uncovered treasure. Alright, wait. We got a speed run. We're speed running again. There we go. We're getting there. We gotta catch up. I didn't realize that we were reaching that point already. We're catching up. We're catching up. And I'll actually save. Okay. Now we can save. There we go. All good now. Let's check out the manga. It's the manga Dash Dunk Kosuke mentioned. The high school basketball matches are masterfully drawn. I never went to high school, as I've looked like an adult since I was born, and never saw the need for it. I gained my knowledge over the centuries by reading books, learning on the job, and watching humanity progress. Thinking back, it's perplexing to see how they've come so far. I refocus on the manga volume. I guess Kosuke did a lot of typical high school boys do as well. This manga was, and still is, popular. In the plastic cage. And then... we'll just go ahead and wait for him. Kosuke comes back into the room, looking defeated. He tries to smile at me. Let's go. My mom cooked dinner. Oh, I thought we would just be here for a quick snack and tea. They insisted I stay longer, so she just started cooking without listening. Sorry about that. No, it's fine, don't worry. That's some fast cooking, though. She probably didn't want me to run off, so she cooked some simple pasta. I follow him silently to the dining table, thank his mother for the dinner, and start to eat. Even now they all seem tense. Kosuke's father clears his throat. So, are you colleagues from work? I pause, and before I can even answer, Kosuke jumps in. He's a medical professional I got to know. You met at a work conference then? Something like that. Wow, Kosuke lies without even blinking an eye. Well, in fairness, it isn't a complete lie. But this behavior makes his relationship with his parents even stranger. Speaking of the medical field, are you still working as a psychologist? Yes. And you make money by listening to people? These are evidence-based treatments, Father. Yes, right. What do you do exactly, Mr. Kusumoto? I'm a paramedic. Oh, always right at the scene. Our oldest son is a doctor in a hospital, so we get to hear how particularly stressful emergency cases can be. Kosuke, on the other hand, doesn't tell us much. It's confidential, you know that. You can be vague about your work, no? Kosuke's looking down the table, clenching his fists and jaw. His mother speaks up. How about we talk about something other than work? How is Daisy, Kosuke? He immediately brightens up. She's great, lively and loyal like the golden retriever she is. I'm surprised you're able to take care of an animal now. We aren't there to clean up your messes anymore, you know. Kosuke's fear of abandonment appears. The arms are not only spiky, but also visibly glitching. Today they seem almost afraid to reach outward. While it makes for a fine snack, I need to concentrate and play my cards carefully to fully gain Kosuke's trust. I suspected Kosuke's relationship with his parents was bad, and I did come here to stand by Kosuke and earn his trust, but this is a lot to navigate. I can't stand my dog being intimidated by this weird old guy. But I don't know what I'm supposed to say in such an argument between humans. What should I do? Ooh, let's go ahead and, save. There we go. Let's, intersect and mention the grandmother's worry. Excuse me, Mr. Arima? What is it? I met Kosuke's grandmother on one of my shifts. My team brought her safely to a hospital. So you were with her then? She only recently informed us of her fall. Is she really all right? Yes, well, it wasn't a bad case. She was still in pain. Even then, she was still worried about her grandson, Kosuke. Why is a more distant relative more caring towards Kosuke than his own father? You've done nothing but criticize him so far. Kosuke looks at me with widened eyes, at first in surprise, but then in thanks. Excuse me, but you don't know what we had to deal with raising him. We're his parents, so we have to guide him. I don't think I was out of line to do so. I guess Kosuke showed irregular behavior even when he was younger, but that's exactly what I want, so screw this guy. He is an adult, sir. Taking care of himself with a respectable job as well. I don't know what else you expect from him. Do what you want. You will come to regret it. Let's go, Kosuke. Kosuke presses his lips together as he looks at me with admiration and gratitude. Once we're outside in an empty alleyway, he hugs me. Thank you. Really. I sigh and hug him back, even patting him in reassurance. The only one who gets to shit talk about you, Kosuke, is me. Ever since meeting Kosuke's parents, we've been closer than ever. Kosuke fully trusts me now and showers me with affection. I need to manage my mood much more because of it. It's become a norm for my current life to receive multiple calls and messages per day from him, and he regularly brings me a flower bouquet and other gifts to our dates. I have no choice but to let his gifts and personal items accumulate in my apartment. It's already small, but he's taking up more and more space in it. Is this normal for human lovers? Or is this already going too far, even for them? He's invading. Whenever that thought crosses my mind, I get into a foul mood. I then look for an opportunity to make him jealous. I can talk about imaginary people I spend time with, just so I can see and taste his fear of abandonment. In return, I get scratches and bite marks from him, born from his intense jealousy. It's such an annoying balance that we have between us. When can I finally let him loose? Just how do I do this without losing his trust in me? I sigh and prepare to go out. Today we have another date. I tiredly walk with Kosuke around the shopping mall. He's excited and happily as ever. On our first few dates, he had a cute expression, but nowadays it looks unstable and overly euphoric. Look, Hinata, isn't that cat plushie like you? He points to a round plushie inside a claw machine. Does he want to go to an arcade? Yeah, kinky, yeah. I guess. Now he's sulking. What does he want from me? I'm getting bored of this. Just then, an intense wave of fear envelops me. My heart pounds as my whole body's electrified with need. I eagerly search for the source. Among the crowd, a man and a woman grab my attention. The man is terrified, his fear shaping into legs and arms, trying desperately to run away. Next to them is a middle-aged woman. The fear sends shivers down my spine as I taste it. But I shouldn't let her notice me. I found her once before when she was about to murder someone, and I sensed the fear of the victim. I'd barely escaped her notice back then, too. What are you looking at? Kosuke's jealousy and fear makes me take a step back. You're not even concentrating on our date. Lately you seem more checked out, too. What am I to you? And now on top of that, you dare to look at someone else? He grabs my arm tightly and whispers into my ear. You can't do this to me, Hinata. I need to hurry and calm him down. This is the angriest I've seen him. Kosuke, look at me. I ignore who might stare at us and put my hands on his cheeks. I'm sorry I made you feel insecure. I'm just not feeling well. But I still wanted to spend time with you. Maybe it would have been better if I rested at home. He pouts and shakes his head slowly. So you forced yourself despite not feeling good? Yeah, I did. I know how you feel when we can't see each other, but I didn't know it would affect you like this. Can you forgive me? Yeah, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Let's go. Or I guess this is mansplain, manipulate. What's the other one? Mansplain, manipulate, manslaughter. I'm surprised at how convincing and empathetic I sound right now. Spending so much time with Kosuke must have forced me to learn one or two things about this relationship thing. I'm sorry too. I was just unsure if you felt the same about me. This goddamn idiot. I'm letting you take up space in my apartment and spend so much time with you. You're one insatiable dog. Let's go something sweet, alright? He nods and follows. My struggles had better be worth it one day, Kosuke. Sounds about right. The long-awaited jazz festival is tomorrow. These past few days, my band and I have practiced intensely to nail the performance. And today we woke up early to do a sound check, get our program pamphlet, and our last questions answered by the staff. I take a sip of water after we finish with our sound check. My phone vibrates. That's Kosuke. Did everything go well? Do you still have some things to do? Sound check went well. Still have to do some things. We'll perform at 4 p.m. tomorrow, right next to this Route 237 cafe. I send him a photo and the address. I know where that is. Makes it easier for me. Should I come a little earlier? Sure, you can hang out near a bandmate's car there. It'll be parked right behind the venue. Alright, rest well and don't worry. I know you'll blow their minds tomorrow. I grin with pride. It's actually great to have someone support me like this. Would I be able to do this for him, though? Why does stuff like this come easy to him? Is it because he's human? I try to push this confusion out of my mind and focus on the preparation. Today is the day. After getting everything ready, we still have time before our performance. My band and I decided to go around drinking beer and watching other bands play. A lot of older people are performing. They're not bad, but it's clearly just a hobby to them. They likely only found the time for it near or during their retirement. There's also a high school band and a band of university students. I give props to the university students. They were really good and full of energy. This might be their final performance before they all go looking for jobs. My eyes wander to my bandmates. When will we be able to play? I scratch my head, chuck my empty paper cup, and walk back to the car. There, I find Kosuke. Hinata! He smiles at me, and before he can hug me, I stop him. Easy there. Later. In private. Alright? I know he would hug me too tightly like usual if I let him. Not something I want to show the world here. I know. Are you ready? I nod and put my arm around him like I would with a friend. Ready as ever. What are your fans like? Will they come today as well? We announced it on our Instagram, so yeah. Are they more into your music or your looks? Maybe a mix? I grin as I see a tiny blob of fear of abandonment surrounding him, directing its arms at me. Jealous? He sighs. I know you like performing, but yeah. I lower my voice and whisper into his ear. Endure it well, and I'll reward you later. All right. He looks at me with widened eyes, but he can't help but smile. This has gotten so much easier after all of our dates. Enduring his showers of affection, calls, and texts was worth it. Now he listens to me well, and he doesn't really doubt me, but everyone else around me. As long as he shows me what he's doing to them, I'll gladly let him loose. Suddenly, I hear my bandmates calling. When I go to check my phone for the time, I notice it's not in my pocket. I groan and tap Kosuke's shoulder. Could you do me a favor? I left my phone in my car. It's parked a little further away, right by the soba place we went to before. Could you go get it after our first 2 songs? I need to take a post and pics with it right after our performance. We play the first 2 songs the best anyway. He looks at me like a sad dog. But I don't want to miss the rest. Please? He sighs and agrees. I hand him my car keys and step in front of the mic. I tune my e-guitar one last time. Then I greet the audience and they clap and shout back. Look at him go! As our singer takes over, we get into the flow, losing ourselves in the music and enjoy the attention. The sun shines and warms my body, beer flows, and the smell of grilled meat fills the air. I hear our fans squeal and take photos and videos. Kosuke just smiles at me. He must be filled with a complicated mix of emotions. He likes when I smile, but he doesn't like seeing me smile at other people. But I need you to look at the crowd paying attention to me, Kosuke. Doesn't it rile you up? Don't you want to get rid of all of these people? Then I notice a weird smile in the crowd. I force my eyes away from it. Now's not the time for a disgusted expression. Smile, Hinata. After the first 2 songs, Kosuke moves away. We play the rest of our songs, and soon our time is over. We call our fans to a place beside the stage so our next band can prepare. Kosuke's still not back, so we use the phone of another bandmate. Even after we're done with our small fan meeting, I still don't see him around. That's odd. I let my bandmates know that I'm going to my car and head over. The huge crowd that day gathered for the festival slows my pace. Is this why Kosuke still isn't back? The closer I get to the car, the fewer people are around. I'm glad I chose to park here. Suddenly, a waft of delicious fear overtakes my senses. My heart races as I cover the deranged smile I can't stop myself from making. Just where is this coming from? My car? And then I reached for my car. Whose feet am I looking at? Confused, I draw closer. I see Kosuke sitting on the back seats and a man lying in front of him on his back, struggling against Kosuke's iron grip. Hinata? He's looking straight into my eyes. The intense fear was just the other man's at first, but now Kosuke's fear of abandonment grows in size, enveloping us all. I need to hurry and reassure him. I've never seen his fear get this big before. Let's go ahead and save. You must have stopped him. Kosuke looks at me, totally confused. I push the stranger's leg into the car and close the door behind me. Who is this guy? Oh, I think he's some disgusting stalker or something. I saw him watching your performance and then I caught him trying to break into your car. I acted as I thought he was a friend of your bandmates and offered to open the car door for him. And then... Great job, Kosuke. I feel so safe with you. His fear of abandonment shrinks. It's a little regrettable, but now I don't have to focus so much just to talk. Kosuke, you're gonna get rid of him, right? That's what you want to do, yeah? He nods. Then let's do it together. We need to get rid of him somewhere with fewer people around. The stranger makes a fuss when he hears that. Oh, shut up. What do you think would happen if you went after me? Fucking delusional idiot. Hinata, can I choke him? Sure. While Kosuke puts the stalker through unimaginable pain and fear, I take the stalker's phone and look through it, opening it with his fingerprint. Luckily, he's logged into all of his apps. He's liked all of our band's posts and sent many disgusting messages from my phone to this device alone. How much more is on all of his burner phones? Yep, he's a stalker, all right. Just as I say that, the stalker goes quiet. He's either dead or unconscious. His fear is also gone for now. Kosuke shakes his hands and sighs. Choking someone requires a surprising amount of strength, but are you really okay, Hinata? Oh my god. I give him a passionate kiss. This wonderful dog did it. He killed someone for me. I'll gladly reward him. Kosuke, this is exactly what I want. I need protection. And you're so dedicated to me that you'd go this far, right? I love it. I love it when you intimidate others when you're jealous. I love when you get rid of others. You love it? Yes. And isn't it romantic to commit a crime together? It binds us for eternity. We wouldn't want to snitch on each other after all. We can only go this far for each other. A nervous, twisted smile appears on Kosuke's face. Finally, someone who understands my love. Yes, this isn't too much, I'm fine. Finally, I found someone who won't leave. As tears flow down his cheeks, I hug him. What a wonderful, wonderful dog he is. I give my bandmates a heads up that I'm going home early, then shift to the driver's seat. Kosuke sits down next to me. We hold hands as I hum and drive further and further outside the city. The number of cars driving past us dwindles until we finally find a good, empty spot near a river. Isn't it so romantic? Oh my goodness. There, the earth is moist enough to dig up with bare hands. Thankfully, I have some spare clothes in the car we can change into later. After making sure the stalker is dead and the phone is submerged in the water for a while before I take it with me, we bury the body deep into the earth. Then we drive out further to smash the phone and throw it into the ocean. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we'll ever be discovered or not, but now it's up to nature and luck. Aww. I walk down the beach with Kosuke, hand in hand. Kosuke looks blissfully at me and I return his affection. I finally captured you, my hunting dog. I look forward to our future. Ending eternally entangled. Aww. It's so cute. Alright, we gotta get the other endings too, I wonder. Let's see. Do they have like a list of all the endings? I don't think they do. It's fine. We'll just go here and then we'll let the timer run out and see what happens. I was too slow. Yeah, that was the good ending. Yeah, it was a good ending. Yeah, we lived happily ever after together. Now I gotta let him kill me again. I was too slow. Kosuke's already pushed the face of the stranger into the back seats, putting his knee on his head to make him stay there. His free hand now pulls me inside as he closes the door. No, 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 no. You shouldn't have seen this. I should have erased him before you even had to look at this disgusting pig, but now... Oh no. Accepting me like this is still impossible for you, isn't it, Hinata? He rambles on in fear and shock, all while tying me and the stranger up with cables from our equipment and spare clothes. Kosuke somehow gained inhuman strength. He's able to handle both me and the stranger. Is it because he's filled with an adrenaline right now? Then I look at the stranger. I realize it's the same person who had this weird smile when I performed. What's he doing here in my car? Before I can think about it more, Kosuke blindfolds me with some clothes and puts me next to the driver's seat. I hear the stranger being choked until he finally falls silent. And then Kosuke comes to the driver's seat, turns on the car, and drives out of the lot. Where are you bringing us, Kosuke? Somewhere. Don't worry. Please, just explain. I'll understand. No, now you're just afraid of me and won't tell me anything to escape. He'll never be able to accept me. He starts to sob. I can hardly think straight while I'm so intoxicated with this fear. The few seconds I'm sober enough to feel my desire to live, I try to move, but that just makes Kosuke grip my leg. I guess that's a warning. I slowly give up. With this kind of fear and how intoxicated I am with it, there's no way I'll be able to formulate a plan to get out of this. After a while, the car stops. The stranger behind me is still unconscious, or dead. I haven't heard a sound from him. Kosuke hauls me out. I hear a river nearby. Kosuke, please, think this over. No, it's too late for that. But don't worry, I'll follow you soon. After I get rid of that pig who looked at you with those disgusting eyes and tried to break into your car. Maybe that's my stalker. If it really is, get rid of him well. Make him suffer. I will. You still don't believe I can accept you? I'm too afraid, Hinata. I don't know when you'll change and leave me as well. I can't bear it anymore. I can't have you leaving me as well. When I end you, you can't, right? I feel his hands on his neck as he starts to choke me. I'll follow you soon. In a blissful high of fear, I died today. Ending, don't leave me. Aww. Till death do us part. I liked the happy ending though. That was my favorite ending. I love the freak for freak energy that they have for each other. Where he's like, yeah, go ahead, kill him, make him suffer, choke him out. That's so sexy of you, babe. I love that for him. That's so good. Absolutely fantastic. Also, let me go ahead and grab the Steam link for you guys. It is in the YouTube description for this video. But you guys should definitely, because this is the alpha version of the game, so it's still, you know, happening. But I love Yanderes so much. I think they're so much fun. They're just such a blast. I love the like dynamic that they have for each other, where they're clearly so into the fact that the other is fucking crazy. Oops, that is not the link that I grabbed. That's so weird. Hold on. Let me just go back to the store page. There we go. Okay. So here is the link to the Steam if you guys want to wishlist it on Steam. It's a fantastic game. I loved it. I loved it. So fucking good. I love there's multiple different bad endings. I kind of wish we could have had more of like a freak off between the yanderes, like the stalker and the yandere boyfriend. I think that would have been good. I would have loved to see more tension between the two of them. I would have loved to see them like really try to fucking kill each other, like for I want to see them fight to the death for me. I want to be a king sitting on his throne and have two of them fighting it out gladiator style in the arena, trying to stab each other. I think that would be so sexy of them. But, you know. I did really love the ending where we kill him and bury his body together. The true romance of committing crimes together to stay together because you know you'll never snitch on each other. That's so sweet and romantic. I love it. I love it. I do love these types of games so much. It's a bit of a shorter stream. This was all I really had planned for today, but it was such a blast, such a good time. Absolutely. Mwah, peak perfection. Tomorrow I will be doing movie night. We're gonna be watching the first Scream movie, because I'm just in a bloody mood, I suppose. It is Halloween season, so I'm always looking for more and more spooky stuff. I'll also be playing another yaoi horror visual novel on Monday too. Meanwhile, Darian is doing, yeah, Apple Dare, yeah. They're gonna fight each other to the death. It's so romantic, isn't it? I love it. I think we'll raid Oka right now, who's currently still online. Okay. So we're gonna raid Oka. It was a little bit of a short stream today. I didn't know how long the game was gonna be, but it was still such a blast. I really, really loved it. It was such a good time. Alright, and then yeah, hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow in the Discord for movie night. Like I said, we're watching Scream, which I'm really excited for. Such a classic. But if not, no worries. I'll see you when I see you. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And good night.